Welcome to today's video on D&D and the social contract. There is a body of the role-playing community that believes that within a role-playing game, the responsibility of organizing, preparing, and making certain a game runs smoothly while all the other participants are entertained fully is taken up by the game master, while the responsibility of showing up to be entertained, possibly on time, is taken by the players. And thus is formed the standard social contract, divvying up each participant's responsibilities to hopefully ensure the players have as much fun as possible. The notion I'm here to advance is that there's a different version of a gaming social contract, and that the other version has a lot of benefits you might not have realized. Consider this: a social contract wherein it is the game master's responsibility to prepare the games, occasionally provide a place to play, help the players organize the games, and entertain both themselves and the players. And it is the players' responsibility to occasionally provide a place to play, help organize the games, and entertain themselves, their fellow players, and the game master. Now, I could jump on a moralizing high horse here and declare this version of the social contract to be the more fair, more righteous, and any who don't immediately adopt it are little better than nascent troglodytes. But I don't want to seem judgmental to nascent troglodytes. Instead, I'd like to focus on why this version of the social contract gives gaming groups much better stability and overall enjoyment by all members. To start with, imagine a gaming group as, I think the best metaphor would be, a ladies' knitting circle. Now, on the one hand, you have all the individual members, likely proficient cross-stitchers, or PCs for short. They're all there to get the latest gossip and maybe finish a few sleeves on that sweater they've been working on. Some of them are veteran knitters, but other ladies haven't been in the hobby long and still don't have a full set of needles. But that's okay. The other PCs will always be willing to roll out the spares for them to use. Then, you have the Grand Matron, or GM for short. She organizes the events, provides a place to knit, and gets the patterns, or sometimes even homebrews her own. Now, what if the GM doesn't perform her duties? Well, the event won't happen. Meanwhile, it would actually take several other PCs canceling all at once to force a cancellation of the event entirely. This makes the GM the linchpin, the weak point in which a fracture can dismantle the whole circle. On top of this, because of the workload and stress of their role, they are also the most prone to burnout. Given all this, one might ask why anyone volunteers for the role of GM. Now, some people say it's strictly an act of altruism, and should be, often making the impassioned appeals suspiciously similar in tone to a 2010-era British Petroleum ad. And just like those ads, you should probably take their claims with a bowling ball-sized grain of salt. Another, perhaps more grounded hypothesis about the emergence of GMs amongst the PCs is that being a GM gives them a chance to scratch that creative itch to a much greater degree. Further, I think it's likely that many GMs take on all this extra work because their PCs really do entertain them. It would have gone without saying, if I weren't about to say it, that the more entertaining the PCs are, the more motivated the GM will be in performing her duties. More motivated GMs do more work to hold the group together, recruit more members when people leave, and work harder to fit gatherings into everyone's schedule and put more effort into the material they generate. Now again, if you wanted to moralize about which part of the contract is whose responsibility and why, I'm not stopping you. But whether you win or lose that argument, it isn't going to stabilize your group or prevent your organizer from burning out and subsequently dissolving the group altogether. So if you're a PC in a group and you've got a choice between participating in a way that engages only your own interests or trying to engage the interest of your GM and other participants, know that there's something in it for you if you put some effort towards the latter decision. But I do apologize. I really got on this knitting tangent and kind of lost track of where I was going with it. Maybe by next time I'll have remembered how you can use knitting-related social engineering contracts to learn from and better improve your gaming group. In the meantime, this is James, signing off. Have a great day.